So our brief asked us how might we capture stories from marginalized communities in order to meaningfully shape the decisions that the government makes. And for context, we were focusing in San Jose, and the government is planning to introduce an autonomous vehicle testing project within the next 3 years. And they're trying to figure out a way to capture reactions from people, to figure out how to structure this in a way that's most respectful and useful to the people of the area. To get stories from the community, honest stories and reactions, and to hear their worries, we need trust. And trust isn't something that you can build in 6 weeks, and it's not something that we're going to be able to build. So the quickest way to do that, to build trust with the community, is to work with people who already have trust in the community and to work with networks that already have trust in the community. So we learned about a lot of centers where the community already organizes around, kids' recreational centers, centers for senior citizens, parks, and we realized that working with these organizations that already have these deep roots and trust would give the platform or whatever prototype that we're building legs to stand on, and would also ensure that it survived long after we left the community. The site has ways for people to share their stories, ways for people to call out issues and for those issues to be amplified, and then also ways for government officials to let them know that those issues are being addressed and clearly point out in which ways they're being addressed. And then the human aspect of it would be, we came up with a take on a town hall called Let's Get Grubbin'. They would be held within the community at various centers. Officials would come to them instead of asking them to come to us. Translators would be provided. A lot of the pain points that exist with town halls would be addressed. And at those places, we'd have little pop-up booths, hopefully in connection with Create TV or some other network that would allow for people to film short testimonials and really get their stories out there. Something that was brought up to us that I thought was really interesting is this site is for raising concerns and issues, but it's also a community site. So I'd like to figure out a way to inject some positivity in it. Like, how do we figure out a way for the community residents to then share things that are positive, share things that are happening that they want to build on? And I'd also like to figure out a way to create an experience for city officials to understand what the residents are going through. Like, how do you understand what it's like when maybe a car zooms by you too fast and there's no driver and you're freaked out, or you're at a stop sign and you can't see a driver so you don't know whether to walk or not, to really put them in the shoes of the Buena Vista residents.